If God is the source of all things, then what does it mean that suffering, evil, and injustice are woven into the very fabric of existence? How can we reconcile the divine with the darkness that stains our world? And what if, in the depths of our pain, we encounter the sacred presence we so often seek? The age-old problem of suffering and evil strikes a deep chord within us, unsettling even the most devout. How can a world filled with beauty, love, and kindness also be marred by cruelty and despair that defy understanding? How could a God, one that embodies infinite goodness and wisdom, allow such horrors to unfold? For many, the very thought of exploring how God and evil could coexist feels almost blasphemous or sacrilegious, an affront to our instinctive desire to see the divine as pure, untarnished by the shadows of this world. And yet, perhaps it's not God or evil that we misunderstand, but the very language we use to describe them, so entrenched and fixed that we've forgotten the mystery they hold. We speak of God with a casual certainty, as if we truly grasp the essence of such a concept, a force of absolute goodness, or a higher being who oversees the cosmos. But what if we expanded the meaning of God to encompass the totality of existence, both the beauty and the suffering, the light and the darkness? Such an understanding may unsettle us, but it invites a deeper reckoning. Rather than envisioning God as a distant, unaffected overseer, what if we saw God as fully embedded in the fabric of life itself, as present in sorrow as in joy, in hardship as in pleasure and ease? And then there's evil, another word we wield so frequently that its complexity can be lost. It becomes a catch-all for anything that disturbs or frightens us. But what if we reframe evil not as the mere opposite of good, but as an expression of the fragility of human existence? In this view, evil isn't a force warring against God, but a part of the mysterious, often painful journey we all undertake. Evil, in all its forms, demands something of us. It calls us to act, to confront, to transcend. Could it be that this duality, God and evil, joy and suffering, is not a contradiction, but a paradox woven into the very fabric of life? Rather than opposing forces, these elements, goodness and darkness, light and shadow, exist side by side, shaping and defining each other. But this perspective doesn't make suffering easier to bear. Knowing that suffering may have purpose doesn't erase the pain. It doesn't offer instant comfort, nor does it simplify the complexity of human existence. But it does invite us to consider that God, as the source of all things, may be present even within the contradictions we struggle to reconcile. The journey of faith and understanding may then be less about labeling the world in neat categories of good and evil, and more about grappling with the totality of existence. It asks us to understand that these words, God, evil, love, pain, are not static. They are layered, multifaceted, and ever-shifting, each reflecting our deepest attempts to make sense of the human experience. Rather than seeking easy answers, perhaps the coexistence of good and evil asks us to step into the unknown with courage, to embrace life's full range of emotions with compassion, wonder, and awe. What if our task is not to deny the darkness or shy away from the difficulty, but to live fully within it? To find the sacred not only in beauty, but in the resilience required to stand amidst suffering? In doing so, we might begin to glimpse the profound mystery that underpins all existence, the understanding that the divine is not here to erase the darkness, but to show us how to move through it, to find purpose, meaning, and connection, even in the face of the unknown. In this way, we may come to realize that our lives are not diminished by pain and struggle, but rather deepened by the courage it takes to face them with open hearts and open minds.